the work of the National Police Service and the police officers. So in this very difficult environment, the police are caught between a rock and a hard place. And in the circumstances, the police officers have made a decision whether they will side with their country or they will allow irresponsible political actors to spoil the country. Your Excellency, these police officers, having for the short period of time I've served in this ministry, and having visited them in the northern part of the country, the Kerio Valley region, where maintaining law and order, and different parts of this country, you realize that despite the difficult challenges, economic situation, facilities that they are the most patriotic lot in providing law and order in our country. And Mr. President, if you hear the people who are speaking now about we want to come to the streets, we want to do mandamano and so forth, Your Excellency, you wonder what is the exact reason. You look at the reasons that have been provided. There have been situations where, unfortunately, in the course of this providing law and order, one or two unfortunate incidents have happened, and the law has been able to take its course. But you will find that despite that process, you will find people who are looking for every reason to come to street and to cause mayhem and to stop people's businesses. And then the police officers are sitting every day simulating how they will be able to stop these people. Your Excellency, the most unfortunate scenario happened last year at around this time on 25th of June. And in that situation, Parliament was invaded. I have spoken to ambassadors from other countries when they come visit, and I've said this. In UK, for example, if any person just tweeted or posted a post on any social media to say they will be visiting Buckingham Palace, or they will go to 10 Downing Street, or they will be going to Parliament, Your Excellency, nobody will wait for them to come to the street. They will be picked from their own houses and they will be charged. I have lived and studied in the US. I have even attempted to visit White House because there are days they are allowed to visit. If a citizen of America, in any state, however far from the Washington DC is, was to write in their social media that let us go and invade White House, Your Excellency, the Secret Service would pick them from their homes. It is only in Kenya where a citizen will say they will invade Parliament, they will invade the judiciary, they will visit State House, and they still walk scot-free, not charged, and even when they are taken to court, Your Excellency, they will be released on, and they are told you can just go home for free. Kenyans need to appreciate that it is important to have the discipline that these men and women have. It's important to protect your nation, and there is nothing so good than living in a country that is so peaceful that we can come here to celebrate a team that has won a cup like it has happened. And Your Excellency, we want to promise this, that these men and women will be supported from our ministry 100%, Your Excellency, to maintain law and order. And we have received a notice from some of the political actors who, Your Excellency, not just few months ago, they were standing where I'm standing. They were defending law and order. They were standing against the chaos. But Your Excellency are sitting now planning, buying machetes and rungus, trying to distribute to young people to cause violence in town, and they want us to sit here, fold our hands, and say that that is an Article 37 of our Constitution. Your Excellency, the national police and our police officer must be ruthless in dealing with such criminals, because we want this country to be a country of law and order, not a country of chaos, so that all of us can be able to thrive in this nation. Young people in this country don't deserve to be running battles in the streets. They deserve to be playing football like this young. These are their generation. These are their colleagues. We want to give them an opportunity to grow. It is not an opportunity to be used by political actors to cause violence. Lastly, I want to say, Your Excellency, in the ministry we are ready to meet the families of those who unfortunately, Your Excellency, suffered as a result, lost their children as a result of these political acts. Your Excellency, it doesn't matter what happened. From a human perspective, we are ready to meet their families, have a conversation with them, and see what else we can do to support them. Your Excellency, our doors are open. And I am sure even your door is open, and the door of the IG is open for us to meet with those families. We want to ask those political scavengers to keep off and allow those families to visit us and let us have a conversation with them to see how best we are going to help them to move forward. I thought I should raise this statement here because sports is supposed to unite this country. And our police have succeeded. They have just won the Premier League the other day. They don't deserve... Sorry, Excellency. They don't deserve to have, after winning the Premier League, these men and women don't deserve tomorrow to wear helmets and go and run in the streets. They deserve to celebrate, Your Excellency, in an environment of peace. And that's why I thought I should be able to say this. Otherwise, we are ready and we are prepared to make sure that our country is safe. Your Excellency, so those many remarks, it is now my singular duty and honor to invite you, Your Excellency, to come and address this important team. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you very much, CS. Please, let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. Honorable Ministers present, PSS Executive Chairman, Bwana Nyale, and the board led by Reverend here, the patron, deputy patron, players. Good morning. Hamjambo. Let me first take this opportunity to welcome all of you to State House this morning. You already announced that you have arrived in town. So, so you have not just arrived in town, you have also arrived in State House. So, karibuni sana, karibuni sana. And let me take this very early opportunity to the Kenya Police Bullets and to the Kenya Police Football Club to say congratulations, pongezi, for the very well-deserved win in the Premier League, both for the women football and for the Premier League men football. I want to say congratulations to all of you, and it's a very proud moment for me to receive you today here in State House. In fact, I had to postpone cabinet so that I can do this because this is important. It is important because Kenya is a great sporting nation. And our Kenya Police is the incubator, the powerhouse of sports in Kenya. So if you combine our nation as a great sporting nation globally, and the place where that great sporting talent is nurtured is our Kenya Police, then this becomes a very significant morning. That we are meeting here, not just as the Kenya Police family and the huge contribution you are making to sports in Kenya, from athletics through ball games and everything in between, including tug of war, as the AJAABU said. So, and therefore it is significant that we are meeting here this morning so that we can appreciate what you are doing, what the contribution the Kenya Police Service is making, not just to the security of our nation, but also to our sports and being the greatest ambassadors of our nation. And therefore, I want to say, Bwana IG, to you as the commander of the Kenya Police and to your men and women, congratulations for what you're doing. I am very proud of the achievements and the contribution of the Kenya Police Service in securing the borders of our nation, keeping all our families, children, businesses safe, and now, beyond that, contributing to sports in our nation. I think you are playing your part as Kenyan citizens and also as patriotic citizens of our nation. In matter of sports, we did make a deliberate decision that because Kenya has demonstrated talent and expertise in sports, it is necessary for us as a nation to provide the necessary support in infrastructure and other support to make sure that our talents, our understanding is harnessed, not just for the benefit of the sportsmen and women, but for us as a nation as well. It is the reason why I took the decision in 2023 that the sports fund is not going to serve any other purpose, but just to support our sports. It had been spread all over the place in many other fields, in many other areas. We've now consolidated the place of the sports fund to make sure that it is dedicated to making sure that we support sports, we support sports infrastructure, we provide incentives for our sportsmen and women, we provide rewards for those who do well in all the fields, and shortly we will be awarding the various teams and individuals according to the CS for sports. We will be rewarding them in the coming weeks so that we can appreciate their contribution to development of sports talent in Kenya and being brand ambassadors for our nation. Every time our national anthem is sung in cities across the world, Kenya is brought to the focus in a very positive way. And that does not just happen. It happens because somebody, some sportsman, some sportswoman has dedicated time. They have sacrificed, to train and to work very hard for them to achieve what they achieve. In their achievement, as a nation, we share because they brand our nation positively. So they are truly our heroes as a nation. So I want to say to the policemen and women in the sporting field, we will continue as a government to support sports as I committed in 2023. We will continue to develop infrastructure for sports across Kenya. Salim Furia and team know that we have already agreed to build 37 sports academies across the nation. And hopefully by next year, we should have completed the 37 sports academies. At the moment, I have also given very clear direction that we improve on as many of our sports facilities and stadia in Kenya as possible. We've just concluded the stadium in Bungoma. We've just taken over the stadium in Kakamega. I have given instructions that we take over the stadium in Siaya. In Kisumu, we are now working on a new stadium. In Bomet, we are working on a new stadium. In Kapkatet, we are working on a new stadium. In Kapsabet, in Eldoret, in Kamarin, in Ruringu, in Olkalau. We are all working on new stadia, including in Maua, in Meru, and shortly we will be handing over the stadium both in Chuka and in Meru to for management, as we make sure that we consolidate as much sports infrastructure as we can, so that we can avail opportunities for training, opportunities for excellence of our sportsmen and women, and of course, the improvements in Moi Kasarani Stadium are on course. The improvements in Nyayo Stadium are on course, and we are working on the other supporting facilities, including the police stadium in South Sea. And I have told Salim here, Mvuria, that Even after the sports, the CHAN sports, we will continue to invest in your sports stadia, because we believe that if we make that facility better, you will take it to the next level. To promise the country again that we are building the first largest football stadium in Kenya, here in Talanta. And we intend that that stadium will be complete by December this year. It will be among the largest sports facilities for football in our region. Football-only stadium. So I am sure that this will give our sportsmen and women the energy and the motivation for them to take football to the next level. And you can count on my support in the space around sports, and we will continue to dedicate resources to make sure that we build the infrastructure that will support the great talent that we have as a nation in sports. Secondly, to our policemen and women, I want to say that as president, I am very proud of what our security agencies have been able to do to secure our nation, to secure our properties, and to make sure that our families can sleep in peace. And it is the reason why among my first assignments as president was to look at the terms of service and emoluments of our policemen, of our prisons, NYS, and serving police security officers in that space. We are making steady progress in improving the terms of service of our policemen and women, including all the other security agencies in prison, in NYS, and in the other sectors. And it is also the reason why I have taken the firm position that we must look after our policemen and women as they look after our families and our properties and securing our nation. It is the reason why even our housing program, I announced the other day that we are going to dedicate at least 20% of those housing programs to our policemen and women and our security men, our security agencies. Why? Because for a very long time, our policemen and women served and lived in very deplorable and dehumanizing conditions. And that is why we are now building additional facilities, more houses for our policemen and women, and giving them an opportunity to own homes like all other citizens. I will continue to make sure that every security officer, every person who puts their lives on the line for our nation so that our families can be safe